Christmas is almost here, folks.
Families, stockings, chestnuts, Rudolph and Frosty. Any of these things ring a bell?
As the saying goes around the holidays, it's always better to give than to receive. With tabletop gaming turning into a grease fire faster than a rocket-powered Barbie dream car, in the spirit of Christmas, I give you a retro-punk tabletop RPG called Ronin. Think of it as Shadowrun without the high fantasy, rolling more dice than one puts croutons on a salad, in a much more interesting, quirky, and violent setting. Here's how it works. You play a Ronin, a gun for hire that can be contracted by anyone to do jobs big or small. With the ISIC skills system, you can optimize your character in any way in order to finish your contract. Want to shoot your way through? Not a problem. Want to take a more subtle approach? Not a problem. Want to gather info and clues to make it all stick? Not a problem. You get the idea? Success in these contracts will yield you chances to beef up your skills and cash to buy all sorts of goodies and extracurricular activities. Just don't get caught with your pants down by ne'er-do-wells that would make the Chicago River your final resting place. So, are you interested? Well then, click on the Dropbox link to the pre-alpha in the pinned comment on YouTube or the video description on BitChute. After you peruse through the document, send all feedback, suggestions, death threats, and booty calls to chainsawmedia@yahoo.com. Just remember, kids, this is Christmas. So get into the holiday spirit by sharing the pre-alpha as far and wide as possible. And now, on to the video. You can probably guess with every video that I have dropped so far, I'm a pretty bitter bastard. Well, that is true. I habitually laugh at and mock the shit out of inept and avaricious developers, narcissistic so-called journalists, pearl-clutching craptivists, and walking calamities that give people with any form of disability a bad mark. Especially ones that pose as having said disabilities for victim brownie points. But hey, it's Christmas! Let's have a happy video for a change, and talk about something awesome I've noticed in the past week. You remember this kid? Yeah! If you were around in the early 90s, especially if you're a kid around that time like I was, he was everywhere. Sure, he made his screen debut back in 1989 in one of the more lesser-known John Hughes classics, Uncle Buck, starring the legendary John Candy. But the following year, he broke out as the smart-ass, ingenious 9-year-old badass Kevin McAllister in the Christmas classic, Home Alone.
Yeah, the one about the kid by himself in his house, burglars trying to come in and he fights them off. I had nothing to do with that one. Somebody sold their soul to Satan to get the grosses up on that piece of shit.
No serendipity. It's because you're salty and you couldn't come up with such a simple yet entertaining premise.
Put your motherfucking head back down!
That movie went over like gangbusters at the box office. It became a holiday movie staple along with Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, Die Hard, and Lethal Weapon. Yes, those two are Christmas movies. You don't like it? Bite me! It also made this said kid into an instant legend. I'm talking about, of course, Macaulay Culkin.
You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
Over the next 4 years, he was in about 8 movies, had an animated series, hosted SNL back when it was actually funny, and was even in a Michael Jackson music video. Now, how could a kid be this prolific in such a short amount of time? Answer: his father was a star pupil in the Joe Jackson School of Child Star Management. No wonder Mack saw the King of Pop as a brother Seamus. But after 1994's Richie Rich, his parents went Splitsville. And then Mack went Splitsville from his parents and the spotlight with his $50 million plus recurring royalties. Not a bad deal for a 16-year-old. The best anyone at that age gets is a somewhat functional beater. As with most situations, with someone that young with the national debt of the Cayman Islands in his bank account, Well, he went the usual child star route. Well, luckily he didn't go full Charlie Sheen or, God forbid, Amanda Bynes. While he did pop in and out in the quarter-century interim through smaller roles, just last week I saw this.
What's this?
A lovely cheese pizza, just for you.
You got the wrong house. I didn't order any pizza, but I'll take it anyway. Oh, not funny.
Think of it as a gift. You owe it to yourself to play those games. I hear they're awesome.
Word around the campfire is he turned down a cameo on The Big Bang Theory. Ugh, God, I hate that show. When you choose the nerd over a bunch of posers, that officially makes you a winner in my book. But hey, he also stuck around for another video with James ROLFE and Mike Mackay playing the turd that is the Page Master for the Super Nintendo. He also did quite a few videos for Red Letter Media, and then just a couple days ago, we got this.
Mom? Dad? Hey Google, what's on my calendar today?
You have one event called House to Yourself.
Oh yeah.
So with all this nostalgic ephemera we're getting, can we be experiencing well, judging by all this sudden exposure, it looks that way. So going forward, will we be expecting anything from this child star legend? Perhaps a new Home Alone movie with Kevin McAllister as the parent? A big screen comeback? I guess time will tell. But in the meantime, he's been promoting a site of his called BunnyEars.com. Now, I skimmed the site for a bit, and judging by this and some spicy tweets he's made during the Oscars last year, I could say this guy's also a fellow shitposter. That's also a huge plus among the rest of us, and Generation Z might have found a new hero alongside PewDiePie and a few others. So, why did I make this video about me dick riding Macaulay Culkin? Well, I figure I would spread a little Christmas cheer and take you back on a brief nostalgia trip to a time long before millennials even heard of the concept of wokeness. And also to show you there was a time where we actually had some fun and didn't give a drop of monkey piss about hurting people's fragile feelings and getting salty over first world problems. Now, I know it's easy to take the black pill and say, oh, we had a good run, but now it's over, and glow out in a blaze of glory. I take the alternative approach and say that these times can be had again. And maybe this might be one of the things we need. Just one thing, Mac. For the love of all that's sacred, please don't get woke. Especially since we had enough high-profile figures fall plague to that affliction, and it's ruining our childhoods. Besides, didn't the God Emperor help you out so you didn't get lost in the Plaza Hotel?
Excuse me, where's the lobby?
Down the hall and to the left.
Thanks.
Alright, enough of that shit. It's good to see him back, even if he's only around as long as the McRib. So with that said, there's only one way I can send this video off.
I'm gonna give you to the count of 3 to get your lousy, lying, low-down, four-flushing carcass out my door. 1, 2... 3. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. And a Happy New Year.